PGA Tour rookies come in many forms. There's the teenage phenoms like Jordan Spieth, the blue-chip college kids like Ricky Fowler, the mature international pros like Henrik Stenson, and then there's the unknowns like Ben Silverman, an unheralded player from Toronto who took far from a direct path to the PGA Tour. In fact, he didn't even decide to pursue golf until his late teens. A strong athlete in multiple sports, especially his first love, hockey, Silverman basically taught himself to play through dogged determination. He went from a triple-digit score in his first competitive event to a non-scholarship player at 2 different Florida universities. Without any status anywhere, but with some fortunate financial help from a couple of private investors, Silverman grinded out more than 24 mini-tour victories in order to carve out a living. Those experiences taught him to cope with pressure and shoot low scores in the 60s, which he applied on the Web.com tour after earning status through Q School in 2015, and now to the rarefied air of the PGA Tour, having graduated last season with a stellar campaign that included a victory in Missouri.
I feel like maybe I did it for the little guys, it feels empowering to me. Like, just not having the organizational support made me push harder on my own and dig even deeper with whatever self-determination I had to begin with. So I take a lot of pride in what I've been able to do.
The 30-year-old rookie got off to a great start in his 5 fall events before the winter break. Having played 12 of 15 weeks between 2 tours, he showed no signs of fatigue by posting a pair of top 10s and banking a healthy chunk of FedEx Cup points. The new year has been a different story though, with Silverman failing to crack the top 40 in any of his 11 pre-May events. He's continuing to adjust to his new surroundings and knows he'll eventually catch up to the learning curve.
In the fall, it felt like the Web.com tour, and it was a very easy transition just with the kind of who was in the fields and the golf courses we were playing. It definitely has a different feel this new year with you get the stars in the top 10 in the world coming out, and you're playing bigger, tougher courses, firmer courses. So it's been a little bit of an adaptation process for me.
Few could blame him for being a bit awestruck. He's been paired with Phil Mickelson, Matt Kuchar, and Rory McIlroy at points this season, and he had to pinch himself a few times while playing alongside those stars. Now he's refocused on battling them, having turned his attention to the latest obstacle to his career path, distance. Never one to be a long bomber, Silverman has recently discovered more yardage off the tee thanks to his coach, Liam Mucklow.
He's not like a rubber band guy. You know, you think about when you see Sergio and Rory and they get those hips going really, really early, that's just not how his body works. And we really started to work on getting a deeper pivot with the hips and keeping the upper and lower together. And it was like instant gain of 6 miles an hour in club head speed.
Sitting just outside the top 125 on the FedEx Cup ahead of the Wells Fargo, the freshman figures to flirt with that mark for the remainder of the season. But that's not stopping him from thinking big when it comes to his future ambitions.
I want to win the Canadian Open, the Masters, and the FedEx Cup. Those are my goals.
Not to mention he's also got his eye on representing Canada in Tokyo for the 2020 Summer Games. Lofty it may seem to some, but not for a guy who spent his career defying the odds.